They called and said, "Get out of the house, it's flooding." And then I got up and my feet were in the water. Our daughter, son-in-law, and grandbaby were living here, and they were out of town, and they called and said, in the middle of the night, said, "Get out of the house, it's flooding." And she was arguing with them, and then I got up and my feet were in the water. That was our first flood.
Should I say we're Gary and Phyllis Pool, or should I say I'm Phyllis Pool and this is my husband Gary?
Yeah, that's what you should say.
Okay. Hi, I'm Phyllis Pool and this is my husband Gary.
This is the source of the water. It's about a mile and a half through there. It comes out to Curry. This comes out right at that subdivision I was telling you about. And so all those houses are built up 2 or 3 feet, and so the water comes off of there real fast. So if we have a 2 or 3 inch rain, in an hour or two time, this is full and coming into the yard. So it's secluded. There are people over there, but you don't really see them because of the trees. I like being in the woods, and this has always felt like I kind of was here. I didn't look that way. I retired from Cameron Parish, and we moved up here the summer of '06. Neighbors around who'd been here since before this house was here said that this house had never flooded. After we flooded the first time, this was about 2014. No?
No, 2017 was the first time it flooded.
Well, it flooded 2 more times before we ever got all the repairs done. And all in all, it's flooded 6 or 7 times. We only put in 3 claims.
We just kept not filing claims because no new damage was done. It was still just flooded like the last time, and we hadn't had time to get it fixed yet. The contractor couldn't get the work done because it kept flooding.
The Flood Mitigation Assistance Program is a competitive grant program that provides funding to states, local communities, and federally recognized tribes and territories. One way funds can be used is for projects that reduce or eliminate the risk of repetitive flood damage to buildings.
I don't remember how I found out about the grant, but we applied for it, and I guess we applied for it late, and we didn't make the cut, so to speak. Then the next year, Natasha Willis with the parish called me and said, "We're doing a grant again this year. Would y'all still like to apply?" And I said yes, because we didn't know what we would do. We would never be able to sell the house because it had flooded so many times. So we were grateful that she called us and kind of brought it back to our attention.
My name is Natasha Willis, and I'm the grants manager at the Calcasieu Parish Police Jury. Once we obtain their information and we start tracking it, we determine if they qualify for a grant. We do not remove homeowners off the list unless we determine that they are not eligible for the grant. We continue to try each year to fit as many homes as possible for the grant.
We had kind of given up on it after we didn't make the cut, and when finishing the repairs, we didn't put the insulation back. We replaced the sheetrock, but then I put like plastic or fiberglass baseboards a foot high everywhere, and I was just planning to let the next flood open the doors and let it go through and pull the baseboards and let it air out and move on. But
that was going to be our life.
That was the way we were planning to move forward.
So once we complete the purchase of a home, we will demolish it, and the property will remain green space in perpetuity.
My son-in-law was bragging about zero turn, so I bought a small used zero turn, and I wasn't used to zero turn. I went in there backwards. Twice.